and that's by no accident. These vehicles are built at our Chicago assembly plant with body parts straight out of our Chicago stamping plant. And today, we are proud to announce that Ford's investing $1 billion to upgrade our 2 Chicago plants. Of course, all of this is to support production of these great new vehicles. Now, this investment will transform these plants so our great team of employees, some of which are here, can build the all-new Ford Explorer, the all-new Ford Police Interceptor utility, and the all-new Lincoln Aviator. And that's not all. With this investment comes 500 new jobs on the south side of Chicago. So when it's all finished, Chicago Assembly will have an all-new state-of-the-art body shop, an all-new paint shop, and new tooling to build this new lineup. And Chicago Stamping Plant will have all new lines to support the new vehicles. Now, this investment extends beyond just the assembly line. We are investing $40 million to improve our employees' work experience, including new LED lighting throughout the plant to brighten the work environment, increased security around the plant to ensure our employees feel safe in the workplace, a renovated cafeteria, and importantly, new team break areas on the plant floor. And we're making these investments because we believe in American manufacturing and good-paying middle-class jobs. You know, Ford builds more vehicles in the United States than any other automaker. We have more U.S. hourly workers than any other automaker, and we want to keep it that way. We're going to make our Chicago plants more competitive and efficient than ever before. Now, none of this will be possible without strong products that our customers value, like the Explorer, which is redesigned from the ground up, including the broadest model lineup ever, with 2 versions never even offered before. Behind me, the Explorer ST, which is our most fun to drive, most powerful Explorer ever, and the all-new Explorer Hybrid is projected to return an EPA-estimated range of more than 500 miles between fill-ups in the rear-wheel drive version. Now, that's not all. We will build and upfit the new Ford Police Utility Interceptor right here in Chicago. You see this right over here. Looks great. Now, today's Police Interceptor utility accounts for more than half of all police vehicles sold to law enforcement agencies in the United States. And we want to grow that business. In addition to keeping our police officers safe, the all-new Police Interceptor utility with its standard hybrid powertrain will save police agencies and taxpayers as much as $5,700 annually in fuel costs per vehicle over the current Police Interceptor utility with the 3.7-liter gas engine. Now, that adds up. For a city like Chicago, which owns more than 1,700 Ford Interceptor police vehicles, thank you, Mayor, for that, that could translate to more than $9.5 million per year in savings just on the fuel efficiency, not to mention what it does for the environment. Now, Chicago Assembly will also build the all-new Lincoln Aviator. This luxury SUV brings to life Lincoln's design vision. It includes advanced technologies that let Aviator kneel to greet you, scan the road ahead for uneven pavement, and even allow you to drive away using your smartphone instead of a key. So as you can see, Chicago Assembly Plant and Chicago Stamping Plant are at the center of Ford's onslaught of all new vehicles that will see us replace more than 75% of our current truck, SUV, and commercial lineup by the end of next year. Now I'd like to bring up somebody you all know, Mayor Rahm Emanuel. Mayor, our thanks to you and your partnership for Ford throughout the years. Come on up. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
You're not on. You're not. There you go.
There, how's that? Okay. Now I want to give you my 12-point health care plan. Can you hear me? No, not doing that ever again. I do want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Joe. I want to thank Ford for their leadership. In 2011, we made a commitment that we were going to do something together, and they brought 1,200 jobs to the Ford plant on the south side of Chicago. Now they're bringing 500 more jobs exactly a year ago when we met around January 19th, 2018. I said, we're going to be good partners and continue to do what we need to do as a city for you so you can grow that facility. And I want to say personally, Joe's a man of his word. And that $1 billion and 500 jobs and all of Ford. So it may be built Ford tough, but I can say with absolute confidence, it is Chicago tough as well. Because we have 2,100 cars in the city of Chicago's police department that are built right here in the city of Chicago. We have another 200 police cars on order. And I made a commitment to Joe when we were meeting earlier. Myself and Superintendent of the police in Chicago, Eddie Johnson, will be sending letters to our colleagues, both mayors and police superintendents, about what's built here in America should be actually driven by American police officers throughout the United States of America. And I want to thank you for that leadership, and we'll work together. And it's so busy down there, you can't go down to the Ford plant. They're running 24/7 all the time. I know you export to more markets around from that facility. It's a real vote of confidence in the city of Chicago. Since day one, when I became mayor, we had a partnership. I told Joe this joke, and it's not a joke, it's a serious. We had a horrible snowstorm back in 2011. The police had another vehicle. It was a vehicle that only had two-wheel drive. It was stuck in the snow. Now, if anybody knows something about procurement and knows Chicago weather, you don't buy a two-wheel drive here in the city of Chicago. It was a police vehicle. And I said, we're going to make that change. They got us a third shift. Now this will bring another 500 jobs, which means jobs that actually you can raise a middle-class family, support your children, support your family. It's a real vote of confidence in the city. With that vote of confidence, we have ordered 2,100 cars that police officers today across the city of Chicago are driving, with another 200, as I said, on order. But I also want to say something about Ford. They don't just make their cars here. Down on the south side of Chicago, we have a nature preserve of 300 acres. And it's a bike area, a nature preserve with a pond and et cetera for families. And they have also invested $5 million for a family environmental center in that area. So they are a good resident and corporate citizen of the city of Chicago, not just hiring people, but then investing back in the neighborhood. And on behalf of the families of Chicago, I want to say thank you. And in that entire area, and if I can brag for a moment of what's happening in all parts of the city of Chicago, because we have the lowest unemployment today in the city and the highest employment since 1950. It's not just in the central business district, but down in the southeast side of the city of Chicago, our manufacturing employment has grown by over 40%, driven because of Ford and other facilities and other people that want to be a part of there. When I leave here, I'm heading down to break ground on the new North Point facility for 4,000 jobs in the logistics area. So Ford is not only investing, others follow their lead and invest along Ford. It has really led to an industrial and manufacturing area coming back to life in the city of Chicago. We continue to be a partner, and we continue to be a partner because they're a great company that has done tremendous things for the city of Chicago in every part of it. And I want to thank the entire Ford family for continuing to believe in Chicago in the same way that we believe in you, because we are actually investing and buying. We don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk also. Thank you very much.
Well, as you can tell, Mayor Emanuel has been a great friend of ours, and he's been a big supporter, not just buying vehicles, which we always appreciate, but actually advocating, as he said, to other police departments and cities around the country for these great vehicles. And we have an opportunity to do that, and thank you for that. And thank you for your commitment to Ford and all the infrastructure work and everything that's been done. The city of Chicago and the state of Illinois have given us all kinds of support. We appreciate it. As you know, these kind of investments, that support's critical when it comes to making decisions about where we invest in plants and communities, and we've had a great partner to do that. We know Ford's a vital part of Chicago's economy. The mayor talked about that, and we hope that's the case for years and decades to come. Thank you all for joining us today, and come up and see these great vehicles. Thank you.